And then also remember this. Prior to Sha'Carri running hard, black people wasn't really fucking with the Olympics at all because of all the discriminatory practices they were doing with the, elite swimmers don't need to wear big swim caps and you can't do X, Y, and Z. It was very, the regulations were targeting black athletes. All right, up next. So, after this year's Olympics, Jamaica dominated the women's 100 meter. They won the gold, silver, and bronze medals. Now, prior to the Olympics starting, Sha'Carri Richardson was the media darling, and until she wasn't when she got disqualified for smoking marijuana. The media and everyone else on social media, actual reporters, led us to believe that she was going to take the title. However, many non-American blacks believe that black Americans only show support when it's a black American, given that there are all these other star-studded and capable athletes from other countries like Jamaica not receiving as much media coverage, whether that be social media or on the actual news. The good brother Paul Houghton shared this to his social media, stating that, "I don't see no one else talking about this. Y'all only hype black people if they're American." It's an image that shows Elaine Thompson-Herah with a time of 10.6, where Sha'Carri had 10.72 when she ran it and everybody thought she was going to take it. So, do you agree or disagree that black Americans only show love when it's a black from America competing in any of these athletic events?
All right, so this is like literally from my point of view, like even talking to people in person as well. Like on the media, it was covering like everything that she was doing, etc. I'm like, I've never seen this covered whenever, I never seen the black community talk about it whenever, where they can go. Like Usain Bolt, he was a topic there, but, he wasn't that, it wasn't like covered. He wasn't like a big social media thing, but it was like back when social media wasn't like as big as it is now. But like they were talking about it, they were hyping her up, and I was talking to some people, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to start watching the Olympics. And I'm like, so that like a lot of this, the 100-meter dash and a couple of things were already dominated by black people, just not in the US. So when they actually like came up, I was just like, y'all really just not showing love to anybody that's outside of the US at this point.
I kind of agree, but at the same time, it's like people want to, get themselves names and labels and differentiate themselves from others, from the people. They want to be different. They make a label and make themselves different from a group of people, and then they want support from that group of people that they make themselves different from. That don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if we all black, then when somebody say, "Oh, you black," "Oh no, I'm Jamaican," or "Oh no, I'm African," or whatever. If you want support from these different people, you black. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to. You know what I'm saying? We know where you come from, but you don't need to make yourself different. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
All right, to start off by stating the obvious, it's an Olympics. So most people support like their country.
I know.
So of course we have to support people in America because they're American. As far as not getting coverage, from the Jamaican perspective, just like Davi said, a lot of people don't say anything about America. When you talk to a Jamaican, he's Jamaican. If you talk to someone who's Puerto Rican, I'm not black, I'm Puerto Rican. So when we're supporting our own and, pushing someone who's American bred, why do people expect for us to support them when they don't support us?
All right, so Paul, I see how it could come across that way. I don't believe that that's the case because we were there as much as like you said about Usain Bolt. You didn't see much coverage. Social media wasn't that big, but it was big within the black community. Usain was holding it down for everybody, and we were saluting and rooting for that man every time he ran, every commercial he was on, anytime we ran. Usain, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Cool Runnings cast, the bobsledding team from the 80s, they went and made a nice movie about it. We there with Naomi Osaka. She Japanese. We holding her down. You know what I'm saying? Kipchoge, the guy who just ran the fastest marathon, we was holding him down. The thing was, this was an American media outlet. Social media is an American media outlet. So the American star got the dominant time as far as like, this is who we rooting for.
Yeah, so another thing that I noticed too was like, not only was like, they were like jumping on it because obviously, American is American, right? But like from my point of view, I actually support like, however, like if I see a black person, like even the person that was the dude that was actually playing hockey, I was like, oh shit, we have somebody black playing hockey. I mean, I live in the country, so obviously, I'm supporting regardless. I'm supporting regardless. Anybody black I see dominating the sport, cool. But the thing that was bothering me was the fact of like, some people are saying she's the fastest woman alive. She's gonna do this, she's gonna do that.
Wait, did you say that she was seen as the fastest woman alive, or was Sha'Carri seen as the fastest? And then like until this race,
media was showing Sha'Carri as the fastest woman alive when they had her down in Jamaica, Elaine Thompson holding it down. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can see that because you know what I'm saying, like Tony said, like this is Sha'Carri was the fastest girl that we seen, fastest American girl that I think we've seen in a while. And you know what I'm saying? So we just overshadowed her with.
Honestly, I just can't wait till they actually race. I think that after they race, or if they get the opportunity to race, then we can like label who's the fastest and who's not the fastest. But I think overall, I just wish Black people just come together. But it kind of makes sense because like in America, we don't get acknowledged by our own people. So of course, it's going to be harder for us to acknowledge someone else. If they don't live here, we don't get acknowledgement from other people in our own country.
Yeah, I think that this was important to talk about because I'm sure that there are other people from other countries, black people from other countries that come here in America and see it as we only hype up black Americans. But we got to remember that most of these media platforms are American based, so they're going to push American athletes or whatnot. If Twitter or Facebook and Instagram was a Jamaican based company, we probably would have seen a lane and felt the way about Sha'Carri. Now, I don't think that it was like intentionally like to divide us, but I think that trying to separate it isn't conducive.
Yeah, I don't feel like separating is anything that's gonna actually help out. I just feel like, just show support overall. That's all. That's the only thing I really think of. Like, actually get your facts good. That's it.
I feel like we should not we, but I feel like they should get like a race together outside of the Olympics and just see who the fastest is. That should be bring mad money. That should be dope.
So the only thing I gotta say is if you want Black people in America support, other Black people, other people in other countries need to support us. So it should be like one hand watches the other hand.
Boom. Yeah, I would love to see them race. I just don't want that to be like a dividing situation where it's like us versus them. You know what I'm saying? I just want them two fire ass Black women sprint against each other and it still be all up. Immigrants coming to America or even outside of America, man, felt similar to how Paul was feeling, and I feel like, they should at least have the opportunity to kind of express that and then, kind of get their shit off their chest and just come to an understanding of seeing how it can be seen. You know what I mean? I completely can see how it can feel that way. Like, man, they only hyping up Black Americans. You know what I'm saying? I don't see Elaine up there when she really just blew it out the water. And then also remember this, prior to Sha'Carri running hard, Black people wasn't really fucking with the Olympics at all because of all the discriminatory practices they were doing with elite swimmers don't need to wear big swim caps and you can't do X, Y, and Z. It was the regulations were targeting Black athletes. So we were already trying to protest it, but then Sha'Carri came, not saying that Elaine didn't come, but Sha'Carri came as far as American media outlets and like did this bomb ass sprint. So now it was like, all right, well, we could at least go watch Shorty, you know what I'm saying? Watch her do her thing, you know what I mean? But then when she got DQ'd, it was like, we ain't fucking with it at all, And so I see how it could feel like, dang, y'all just throwing the towel when the Black American can't be in there, but we got these other Black athletes about to dominate, and y'all not showing no love. I just think it was a combination of there were discriminatory practices being imposed on Black athletes, so Black Americans and the Black media was like, nah, we not messing with it. But then Sha'Carri came through and it was like, all right, we might mess with it. And then she got disqualified, like, you know what, we definitely ain't messing with it. So it was kind of hard. And then it's the Olympics. Nobody truly ever really watches the Olympics. Like, it's starting to become more of a thing because of social media, but we ain't really been watching it. You know what I'm saying? We might poke our head in to see like the highlights, but we ain't really watching, so.
People don't even really watch the basketball games. Like, I love basketball. I don't even watch the fucking basketball games. So, I agree with that.
I think we just have so much other things going on than to actually sit down and watch things like more often. So we catch the highlights, the best of the games, the best of whatever sport and thing it is, really.
Thanks for watching this clip of That's Debatable. I'm Tony T. Be sure to give this video a like and comment your views down below. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how you felt about the video. But if you really want to support the channel, give this video a like and watch more clips by selecting the video to the left and to the right of me here.